And
what's up, fuckers? Welcome back to another episode of Whiplash Incorporated. It's me, Brandon. I'm back again. It's been a little while since the last video, and I kind of forget what the last video was. Probably something about Metallica. Yeah, I figured I haven't said hi to you all, 99 of you, in a little while, so I figured I can say hey and talk a little bit about something like I usually do. Today I'm smoking just a El Baton, one of their regular, I think it's a Habano. It's a double Toro, fat fucker. Tasty. They always remind me of like raisins. And I'm drinking some water. It went really good with my coffee this morning. I'm sorry if I look dirty. I've been fucking cutting metal and welding shit all day. So. But today, I think I'm going to talk about the band Exodus. And I'm not sure if I've made a Exodus video. I'm sorry. I'm not sure if I made an Exodus video already. Probably should have checked before I did this, but I don't think I did. I think I mentioned them in a video, so I want to dedicate a video to Exodus. You know what? I did make an Exodus video. Alright, well, I'll make this one about specifically Rob Dukes, I guess. Their third singer. As you all know, who like the band, and I'm sure if you're watching this video about Rob Duke of Exodus, you probably know that they've had two other singers. And you probably know who Paul Bailoff is. Paul Bailoff is the first singer. He left after the first album, and they got Steve Zetro Souza. He was with them from Pleasures of the Flesh until Tempo of the Damned. A long time. And then he left after Tempo, and Rob Dukes was roading for them, and they let him come out and sing. I think it was, I don't want to get this wrong. He came out and sang, I think it was it No Love or something off of Bonded by Blood, I believe. And they called him back a few weeks later and had him come in, and they started tracking Shovelhead Kill Machine. And Rob is my favorite singer for Exodus. I feel like I connect more to him, just the way he is, his style, the way he dresses, the way he is. Cigars, dude always had a fucking beard, tattoos. I like his singing style, because he never really had a singing style. He was a guitarist before he joined. He was in like his own like little bands here and there, and then he just started singing. And I want to start singing because I think I sound good. I don't sing for anyone. I sing in the car by myself. But I don't know. It just seemed kind of inspiring to me when my first Exodus album was Shovelhead Kill Machine. So he was the first out of the three singers I heard. And I think he sounds the best out of all three. I think that Zetro's voice is more versatile. I think he can do more. He definitely definitely has a unique voice. as well as Paul Bailoff. But as we know, towards the end of his life, when he did that one tour with Exodus in the 90s, this is not burning right, he would have good and bad shows. You know, the man suffered from minor strokes, and the drug abuse didn't help, and I think he eventually died. It was a heart attack or something. Or I think he had a stroke. That's what it was. I think he had a stroke again. Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe he had a stroke again, and they made Gary Holt power of attorney, and they were with him when he passed. They were going to pull the plug at 2 minutes to midnight, like the Iron Maiden song. If you're a fan of Exodus, you already know this. You probably have seen the Assorted Atrocities DVD a million times, like I have. But yeah, Rob Dukes always had. He's my favorite. I like his voice out of all three of them. It just has a more aggressive sounding voice, especially when he does the more lower stuff, like on Now Thy Death They Come, off of Shovelhead Kill Machine. The first album he was on, he did more of like a death metal kind of low and high pitched scream, and I think that their sound benefited from him more than Zetro does, but Zetro has a more nostalgic sounding voice because he's been with them for the longest. And now Steve Zetro Souza is back in the band and has made 2 albums since. Rob, I believe, did, let's see, Shovelhead, Exhibit A, Exhibit B, Blood In, Blood Out. So I'm 4 albums. One of the albums being a re-release of Bonded by Blood, which was they did it to have it sound more modern and more aggressive, and I think it sounded very good. I still like. I prefer the first album. I feel like the original version better because, you know, my whole thing is it ain't broke, don't fix it. But it was a cool rendition of it. I think my favorite Rob Dukes album, and I think I've said this before, or I think I said it was Exhibit B or Exhibit A. I think I said it was Exhibit A. I think my favorite Rob Dukes album is Shovelhead Kill Machine. More of my favorite songs from them are on that album, like Death Amphetamine, Now That They Come, Shudder to Think, and he blew out his voice on that album, so it gave his voice like a real like guttural, raspy kind of sound to it, and I think he sounded more aggressive on that album. And now, yeah, after he left 2013 or something like that, just due to creative differences in the band, and he started his own project, I think back in, I'm not sure about dates, I want to say 2010. It's called Generation Kill, and Generation Kill, his solo band, is fucking awesome. Think of it as like a mixture of hardcore, thrash, and they do, especially on their newer album, I don't know if I want to call it rock and roll, hard rock, but their slower stuff is very good. Like the song "Opiate for the Misinformed Masses" on their newest album, MK Ultra. Like, don't get me wrong, fucking all their shit's real fucking hard. But it's like, I don't know. Their second album, there's 3 albums. The second album, I think it's called "You're All Gonna Die" or something like that. It kind of had more, I don't know if we'll call it new metal. It was still thrashy and shit. I don't know. They did a lot. It was different. It was different than Exodus, but it was still Rob Dukes. It still is. And the new album, MK Ultra, is very good. It's very heavy. But my point I'm getting at is I'm fucking rambling. Rob Dukes is doing more and more clean vocals, and I think he can really sing. He has a really good singing voice other than just screaming voice. And I think, I kind of wish I think he dabbled with it a little bit, I want to say, on Exodus, not a lot. And I think maybe if he did some more clean singing, I wish he kind of did a little bit more clean singing on those albums. But then again, those albums are fucking like some of the hardest shit I've heard in a while. Exodus is definitely one of the heaviest fucking bands that I've heard. I will say this: Metallica is the greatest heavy metal band. Metallica will always be my most favorite band, but Exodus is the best thrash metal band ever. Because the only album where they sound where I didn't like, or they kind of experimented with shit, was what the fuck is it? The album after Impact is Imminent. I forget what it's called. I'm fucking drawing a blank. Where the album covers all fucking abstract art and shit, and I think that's the most weird they've gone. And then right after that, they came out with fucking Tempo of the Damned and just went right back to being fucking straight up fucking thrash. And Gary Holt is a fucking beast on the guitar. You know, he had a little weird era where he cut his hair like everyone did. But they didn't do it for long. They went back to who they were, and then they stayed like that. And especially Gary going to fucking Slayer, that was like one of the greatest fucking things ever. I mean, rest in peace, Jeff Hanneman. You know, that was a major loss. You know, he wrote some of their fucking greatest songs, Angel of Death. You know, but Gary Holt was definitely a very, very good pick, and I'm happy that happened. Sad that I didn't get to see Slayer, and I had a chance to see them, but I had to turn it down because of work. You know, it was on their last tour, and I turned it down, and they retired. And I'm kind of hoping Kerry King does something, you know, starts a solo project, because that would be cool. Because they could get fucking Kerry King to do fucking leads. They can get Gary to do rhythm. They can get Rob Dukes to sing. Get who they can get to do bass. Maybe Frank Bello from Anthrax or someone to do bass, and they can get Dave Lombardo to do drums. That would be cool. So I think Dave Lombardo is still is with the Misfits, I believe. I'm getting off track. I'm supposed to be talking about Exodus, not Slayer. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe make a video about Slayer. But yeah, Rob Dukes was my favorite out of all three of them. And I kind of wish... He states in the DVD, or was it in an interview? It was either in an interview with... I think Zetra was interviewing him, or it was in the DVD. I think it was when Zetra was interviewing him on Zetra's podcast, that he kind of wishes that he didn't say anything when it came to the music, like his disagreement, like he just kind of like ride it out and let it go, but he felt entitled to voice his opinion, and ultimately that's what led up to him leaving. Because I guess the way, because Gary's a leader, Gary Holt does everything. He makes decisions, and you know, it's his way or the highway. And I kind of wish Rob didn't. I mean, good for him for voicing his opinion, but I kind of would. If I was him, I would have just fucking, you know, just kept my mouth shut and fucking just do what I do, because fuck. Said, he's like, once he was out of Exodus, he was like, wow, I'm not in Exodus anymore. What the fuck am I gonna do? But he gave us 4 awesome albums, and he just did Milwaukee Metal Fest. I think Exodus was there. I think he did some stuff with Exodus. And Generation Kill was I believe Exodus was at Milwaukee Metal Fest. But yeah, I watched his podcast. Excuse me. Put Up Your Dukes. He was kind of stagnant for a little while because he was recording MK Ultra and doing other stuff, and he's now putting out new albums. I'm not sure if not albums, new episodes. I'm not sure if there's a new episode out or not. I think it's been a few weeks. He's trying to release it weekly, but like I said, Milwaukee Metal Fest just happened, and he's doing the podcast. He was doing the podcast at the festival, interviewing people. So I'm assuming he's editing all the videos and stuff. So we'll be seeing some stuff soon. But yeah, he seems like a real cool dude. He's a mechanic. I'm a mechanic. I really resonated with him. I relate to him. He seems like someone I can get along with. And he's got an awesome voice. But yeah, I really had no direction with this episode. It's kind of just me rambling about, I don't know. But thank you for watching. If you like the video, push the like button, because that's what you do when you like the video. Push the like button, because it lets me know if you want to see more of this type of video or more on this topic. Subscribe if you want to see more. Please subscribe, because I'm at 99 subscribers. I know it's not a lot, but it's a lot for me. And I've been sitting at 99 for a while. Come on, one more, get me to 3 digits. But thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one.